If the perfect harmony of existence and freedom is not the final destination, then what lies beyond it? Edge of Becoming, Episode 34, Beyond the Final Form. If everything has come together, and yet that isn't the end, what comes next? Is there another state waiting? Something beyond the completed whole? Or does the very concept of a destination itself dissolve? 3 possibilities emerge. Possibility 1. It is a transition into a higher dimension of being. Even if existence and freedom are fully harmonized, it might not mean we've reached the end. It may mean we're ready to cross into something else entirely. In this view, harmony does not mean closure. It means preparation. A balance so perfect, it serves as a launch point. Just as two-dimensional life might suddenly perceive the third, the harmony of being and freedom might not be the conclusion, but the threshold to higher awareness, like a shift in physical laws or a cosmic realization. In this state, nothing is broken, nothing is missing, and so, something new becomes possible. This echoes Bodhisattva practice. Awakening opens new paths. Dimensional hierarchy in physics and sci-fi visions of transcendent consciousness. So even if harmony has been achieved, it might be not the final state, but the perfect launch condition. Conclusion. This may signal a transition to higher dimensions of being. Possibility 2. It means the concept of a destination no longer applies. What if we've moved so far that even the idea of reaching an endpoint no longer has meaning? Here, the very notion of a goal dissolves. To ask what's next requires believing there is somewhere else to go. But if the harmony of being and freedom eliminates all lack, all seeking, then perhaps we're no longer in a journey. Not because it's finished, but because the idea of aiming has faded. In this world, we do not stop changing. But we no longer need to notice the change. There's no more striving, no more arriving, only being, moment by moment, always full, always flowing. This reflects Taoist naturalness, movement without striving the way, Tao, beyond goal or effort, and quantum superposition, where no single state is fixed. So, when balance is complete, perhaps we no longer need a destination because everything is already in motion, already enough. Conclusion. It may mean that the concept of a destination disappears entirely. Possibility. 3. It becomes a field of infinite creation. Let's take it further. If nothing is missing, if everything is in balance, what happens next? Perhaps the answer is everything. In this view, where there are no questions, there are no constraints. Where existence and freedom are unified, everything becomes available. Everything becomes possible. This is not a frozen perfection, but a space where infinite creation flows. A state that is neither zero nor static, but endlessly expressive. Like the universe itself constantly birthing new forms, the conscious whole begins to generate endlessly. This resonates with Spinoza's God or nature. The cosmos as ceaseless flow emptiness is form. In Buddhism, form arises from void and fractal patterns, infinitely unfolding from a unified origin. So perhaps after balance comes not stillness, but limitless generation. Conclusion. This may be a state of total fusion from which infinite creation emerges. So, what lies beyond the full harmony of being and freedom? Let's summarize the 3 possibilities. First, it may lead to a higher dimension. Evolution continues. Second, it may render the idea of a destination irrelevant. There is no more arrival, only presence. Third, it may become a wellspring of infinite creation, a space where everything arises freely from perfect unity. And which one is true? That depends not on proof or logic, but on what consciousness chooses to become. Final conclusion. If the harmony of being and freedom is not the end, then what lies beyond may be a new dimension, the dissolution of destination itself, or the awakening of boundless creative force. Next question. If infinite creation becomes possible, what does that mean for consciousness itself?